Hello and welcome to Live the Season Life. This is Shauna and I'm so glad that you're here. I am in the middle of things. As you can see, this is not a normal setup, but I am about to go outside and do some tidying up. The kids went back to school today, so this is my day that I usually give myself on the first day of school to get done all the projects, or as many as I can, that I didn't get a chance to finish because I was running around with them all summer long. So I was about ready to get started, but I was opening a box and cut my finger. Hope that doesn't gross anybody out. The cut is like between my fingernail and the skin. If I pull my finger back, I can feel it. So what I'm gonna do is give it a really good wash, and I'm going to stuff it tight with bacitracin, not Neosporin, but bacitracin to kill the bacteria, put on a glove, and then put on my gardening gloves, and we'll go outside and get some work done, okay? You see there, if it focuses, a nice huge dollop of bacitracin. I'm just gonna rub it all the way down and in the nooks and crannies because I do not want a nail bed infection. I'm gonna cover it with a glove and then I'll be in business. Getting into my garden is a mess. It was so hot this summer with that heat wave that I just pretty much just left my plants to fend for themselves. And as you see, they did not fend so well. This poor blackberry is completely scorched and dead. Look, I'm coming over here to my little flower bed, which used to be bright and sunshiny with marigolds, is now completely overrun. There is some Thai basil growing here, which came back from last year. I've forgotten I even planted Thai basil over here, but whatever. And all kinds of weeds that are in here. So I'm gonna pull all of these out and actually rake them all out. And then I will go about the business of planting some flower seeds.
I have to pause and show you my absolute favorite gardening gloves. They come all the way up my arm. They are absolute perfection. I will link them down below. They're from Amazon. I could catch an eagle with these things, guys. I can do anything. And no matter how big or small the project is, these gloves keep my hands super protected, even so much so that I'm going to pull this wild blueberry vine from over here with all those little tiny, 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 super sharp thorns. I'm squeezing it as hard as I can, and I'm not getting injured at all. So these are perfect.
Okay, I'm done. I got everything cleared out and I actually put down some garden tone. It's my favorite. My garden bed is prepped. There's a bunch over here that I really need to tend to as well, but I don't have time because the sky is about to open up and let down a whole bunch of rain. So I'm gonna go inside so that I don't get wet. Hi, it's the next day, and in fact, did not rain yesterday. Haha, joke's on me. So all I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to plant some flower seeds in that garden bed that I prepared yesterday. I'm gonna plant two things, this viola, summer breeze, and I'm also going to plant these zinnias. I'm actually gonna combine two sets of zinnias, the colorful ones, as well as these green and white ones that I think is gonna be a beautiful combination. And what I'm gonna do is actually, I looked on the front here, zinnias grow to about 8 inches tall, whereas, violas grow to 8 inches tall, and zinnias can be anywhere from 2 to 4 feet tall. So it's gonna be a huge height gap once they're all grown up and beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is on the back end of the garden bed that's closest to the fence, I'm gonna plant zinnia. And I plant them like you're spreading chicken seed. If you can imagine that. I've never really spread chicken seed, but you get the point. And then I'm gonna put these across the front so that way the violas won't be behind these massive tall zinnias. So I'm gonna go outside. I'm not wearing my mosquito suit, which could be a good or bad idea. And I'm gonna plant them, and you're gonna see how I do it. And zinnia is so easy to plant, it's ridiculous. You literally just like throw it on the ground and till it in a little bit, and in 2 or 3 weeks, you got flowers. It's crazy. All right, come with. It is super muggy out here, I'm trying to tell you. And like I said, I'm not wearing a mosquito suit, so I pray that I don't get eaten up by all the things. So I'm just gonna walk out here to the garden bed, and she looks ready. So I'm gonna actually split it into thirds. I've just decided as I was walking out here. The green and white zinnias are supposed to be normal zinnias, and the other ones are supposed to be giant zinnias. So I want to make sure that the giants don't overtake my little smaller zinnias, but they're all supposed to be tall. And I will say that I do have this irrigation hose that I really should bury, but I'm not in the mood to bury it. So I'm gonna be lazy on that. I'm sorry. I'm usually not lazy about things, but that I'm gonna be lazy about today. So these are the Zinnia California Giants. We're just gonna take them and just spreading them just like that. And actually, that's the whole container. Look at that. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the key lime blend and the same thing with the violas. I really don't want to leave these uncovered. I really want to just top them a little bit. So I have this cheap topsoil that I found in my garage. I really wish I were using planting soil or garden soil, but I don't have any. And so that's what we're going to use in this garden bed. All right, there we are, all covered up with topsoil, and all we need to do is water, and we're done, except for the waiting part. Here comes a thundercloud again. And now we wait.
So it's been a few days. It is Monday morning now, and we're gonna see, I see some sprouting from afar, so I'm a little bit excited and giddy about it. It's been raining quite a bit for the past few days, so I haven't had to go out and water much. But yeah, we're gonna see how our little seedlings are doing. Hello, little guys. Oh my goodness. So the zinnias, as you can see, are doing beautifully. They have definitely sprouted. The smaller guys, the violas, have not yet sprouted. I do know that I've forgotten what it was that I planted here. I've forgotten the name of it, but I'll show you the plant because I planted some earlier this season. They have not yet sprouted, and I'm not surprised, honestly. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these zinnias do. Nice. Alyssum, they're called alyssum, sweet alyssum. And this is how they grow. I planted some, I just threw some seeds in this pot earlier in the season. Now they're fully grown. As you can see, it kind of has a trailing habit, which I absolutely love. And usually tons and tons and tons of these little white clusters of flowers, or they're kind of lavender. Sometimes they're a little bit pink, but yeah, I love them. My neighbors think that I'm an expert gardener, which is a huge compliment. I absolutely am not. I do have a green thumb in my kind of lineage because my dad and my uncle both are huge gardeners. And that's the only thing I can attribute it to, honestly. But a lot of watching, a lot of looking, a lot of YouTubing, a lot of all the things, and throwing some zinnia seeds out in the yard and, you know, getting some seedlings is not it's a major accomplishment because it's the joy and giddiness of seeing your seeds sprout. But that is not super complex gardening. But yeah, that's how things are doing. So I'm excited. I'll continue to come back periodically and show you how the zinnias are doing and how the violas are doing and sprouting. Hopefully they do well. This is the end of the summer. It is now August. I'm in zone 8B, I think. Either 8A or 8B. It's still going to be warm here, hot here for quite a while. It usually doesn't turn officially cold until closer to November, sometimes in December. It depends. It depends, honestly. We're in hurricane season right now, so I do expect a lot more rain, which is great for me because it means it's a little bit less work, or a lot of bit less work than having to go out and water every single day. So that is the new flower garden, and I'm excited, and hopefully I get some cut flowers out of it that I can bring into the house. Fingers crossed. Bringing flowers into the house is always dicey for me because I'm always concerned about, you know, the bugs. But I found that if you kind of rinse them off really well with water, and then you dunk them in a solution of water with white vinegar, that tends to kill the bugs almost instantly. So TBD, we shall see. All right. Hope you've enjoyed this. Be sure to like this, comment, and subscribe. For sure, subscribe. This is a growing community, and I'm building this as we go. And I'm actually quite loving this. So thank you for being here. I truly appreciate you. And the last thing that I will say is my content is not solely going to be focused on gardening. It is just a component of my lifestyle that I wanted to share. So I'll pepper in some gardening stuff here and there. But if you have any questions about how my garden's doing, please leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to do some content on that. If you have any other questions about my lifestyle, please let me know. I'd be happy to have some more ideas that are unique to you instead of me just giving you ideas on what to watch for me. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.